So sometimes when you're creating an email sequence in Git, you'll find that, especially if it's over a long period, so let's say you're going to create an email sequence for 30 days and you're going to drip feed an email each day. You may want to start that sequence with some subscribers before you even get a chance to write all 30 emails. So we dive in and show you what that looks like inside Git. So this is an example. This is just a fictitious example I've created here. So 30 days, learn Git in 30 days. So I'm going to drip feed 30 emails out to people who subscribe to this. And by the end of the 30 days, they know how to use Git. Now, I might create emails for days 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you know, before I get the chance to write all 30 emails, I may allow people to start, you know, joining the sequence. So the problem lies in is if someone was to join today, let's say, and tomorrow they get email 1, and then the next day they get email 2, email 3. After 4 days, they would have completed the sequence and they've been served all the emails. So Git will remove them from the sequence, and then they wouldn't get any more emails. So if I then add in email number 5 to that sequence and then publish it, those people will not get email number 5 or any other emails from that sequence because they've now left the sequence. So there's a couple of ways in which you can keep people in the sequence until you've completed all your emails. So the first way is in the settings for the sequence, top right corner here. And this only applies to subscribers who have joined the sequence via a visual automation. And it asks the question here, should subscribers added via a visual automation stay in the sequence? The default answer is no. So this is the behavior of once they've been served all the emails, they're removed from the sequence. If you want to change that and make it yes, then they will stay inside that sequence, providing they've came via visual automation, and you know they won't move. So potentially, what you're going to set them up for is being on hold inside a visual automation. So it's something to use with caution. Only use it if you know what you're doing. Otherwise, you could end up in a bit of a pickle because you'll end up with subscribers on hold inside an automation. So I'm going to switch that back to the default, and then I'm going to show you another way in which you can do it. And this is just more of a hack, a little tip than anything to do with necessarily the functions of Git. So what I do, I use something called a Door Wedge, and what I do is I'll add in an email at the bottom of the email sequence, and in that email I'll put in this is a test email, please ignore. This is just in case anybody ever receives the email. And then what I do is I set the time to something like, I usually set it to 999 days. So that means that email will not be sent for, what's that, nearly 3 years. So it's a date away in the future before it will ever be sent. And then I publish it. Okay, so I hit the publish button. And now what we have is we've got a sequence. Remember, the plan here is to have 30 emails, and I've only written 4 so far. But what this Door Wedge at the bottom does, it gives me time, gives me breathing space to sit and write my 30 emails, so that even if a subscriber comes in and they get served all 4 emails, they'll sit in the email sequence because they've still got this final email in 999 days to get. Okay, and then you can sit and write all your emails, take your time, write them all. And once you've got email 30 in place, what you need to remember to do is go back and delete the Door Wedge. So let's imagine that one is day 30, and I publish it. So I've got all my emails in there now. I'm happy. I'm not adding any more emails to the sequence. That's all I'm going to use. Then what I do, the last thing I do is I click on the Door Wedge email and I just hit the delete button here and delete that. And then what I've got now is just the full email sequence that I want people to get. And then after people get the 30th email, they'll then drop out the sequence and everybody's had all the emails. So that's a couple of ways in which you can stop subscribers leaving a sequence before you've had the chance to complete it.